Right. Welcome to another tarot reading here. Today recording from the living room because I wanted to show you myself, at least in this one reading, and we'll experiment with many ways of doing this. We're gonna do a love reading, just a clear, simple love reading. No questions. You can pose questions if you want, and more than likely they'll get through. But if you want to just watch and get a love reading, that is what we're going to do. Let me see what's about here. Life coach. I don't know if you can see those. Life coach, literally obsessed house DJ. Those are 3 cards, right? We need 3 piles. Here. And this is the first time I am recording like this, so please bear with me. If it doesn't work too well, we'll try other things. Anyway, I have crystals here. Pile number 1, 2, 3. With cards, pile number 1, house DJ. Pile number 2, life coach. And pile number 3, literally obsessed. Alright, I'll see you in your pile. Alright, so we're gonna get into pile number 1 here. House DJ is your representative card. This is your representative crystal. We're gonna get a love reading for you, and right off the bat we have a card. Do it yourself skills, strength. Do it yourself. I'm thinking don't seek advice from others. You can watch this reading, but don't seek love advice from others. Have strength, do it yourself, right? Find all on your own how to do it. Don't seek advice from others. Coming out, Page of Fields, of the grid, the Hermit, grown as man, sorry not sorry, eco-friendly, new career, who this, went viral, imposter syndrome, engagement photos. Alright, I'm thinking here, love reading for you. You need to be able to burst out of your shell, right? However that relates to your situation. You need to be able to express who you are, and maybe it seems to be related to negative connotations, negative words, labels, but in reality, you know, everyone, no matter how hard they try, is someone. No matter what they believe, you might even think you are someone, and you are in reality completely someone else. To tackle that, you can enter the realm of self-enlightenment, self-perception, meditate on who you are, and start observing who others are, because the only way to understand yourself is through in contrast to others. The only way you know you're human and not an animal is because you have this contrast between humans and animals who behave differently than we do, who look differently. And seemingly they don't speak, they don't have languages, text, technology, right? So they have a contrast which makes you understand that you're human and not animal. And so to understand who you are, you need to look at the contrast. Who are the people around you? Who are other people? Celebrities on TV. The Prime Minister, who is he, right? Because for you, you really need to embrace your authentic self, in spite of negative connotations. Don't care what people tell you, right? There's all sorts of negative energy and hate in the world. But for your love reading, you need to engage in your authentic self, and you need to be able to unapologetically express your authentic self. Be who you are. Also, I see in terms of partying, imposter syndrome, I'm hearing you have the Justin Bieber song with 𝓟𝓮𝓻𝓼𝓷𝓪𝓵, is it not? I think so. It's like the one about parties and you don't really want to be there, and so you go because you need with your girl, right? So I'm sensing here with imposter syndrome went viral in your career eco-friendly. I'm seeing like party vibes. And there's like this, you think you should be that guy that doesn't want to be there and rather be home, maybe for a girl, or maybe you believe all of the opposing sex or whoever you want to attract fancies that kind of person. But it's giving you a sense of dissatisfaction because you enjoy the party. You enjoy being the wild child. And so in terms of releasing that, right, your authentic self is what's going to get you the love you want and need. And so you need to let go of that, right? Let go of this idea that you should be that person. Some are not. It's a great song. But it might not be how you feel, right? Maybe you feel closer to a people's track or something, right? Party vibes. Engagement photos. I think it also has to do with authenticity, right? You need to remember pictures are not always for authenticity, right? People get lost in pictures, films even, right? I studied film. I know all about the living image. People get lost in it. They get focused on it, and maybe you get together and you take a photo with your friends, and then you all sit down and you look on your smartphones and you all look at the photo and other photos with yourself and others, and you don't realize that in reality you are just sitting there looking at your phones. That should be the picture, if the picture should represent reality, right? And images and pictures are great art. I love playing with images myself, photographs, technology, everything. But you need to remember, that's what's coming through here in your love reading, that the picture is not the actual reality, right? It's an art form. The photograph, the editing tools, the filters, even the setup of putting yourself in front of the camera, smiling, and maybe you take several pictures to get the right shot, right? You see, it's an art form. And art can say things about reality, but you ought to remember your authentic self and the actual thing. That is what is actually happening. I'm gonna pull some cosmic oracle cards for you as well. Intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Spy. Someone got their eye on you. You are doing your research. Patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. Someone is expecting. So, since it's a love reading, I think the sign can be very important. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you know someone in this sign, this is probably your love interest. Or a future love interest coming into your life. Intuition, spy, patience. Use your brain, right? Abilities if you have them, stay calm, observe. Someone is there to harm you. Be patient, and this shall too pass. It's a typical quote in spirituality. So don't ignore the red flags. For whatever reason, stay calm, observe. Let things go, and good things shall come to those who wait. With pregnancy here, someone is expecting. Maybe you get someone pregnant, maybe someone you know already is pregnant and haven't told you, and maybe you like that. It can also be someone is planning something, like I talked about before with art. Maybe someone is planning to release something you're waiting for, or art in a different way. Maybe they're planning some sort of act or a meeting, right? Maybe they're planning to call you and they're practicing. How am I going to call this person? And they're practicing in the mirror. It becomes acting, which is not fun too, right? And this person is more than likely Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Alright, I think we got it, but we can, just in case, since I brought them, pull a tarot of sexual magic. The moon in reverse. Ace of chalice. The world. Five of swords. The tower. With the moon in reverse, I think it relates to masculinity. Don't be afraid. You know, masculinity is confidence, not fear. That doesn't mean men aren't scared, but it's not very masculine to express fear in most ways. Some ways are, but most ways you can think of, it's not very masculine to express extreme fear. So think about that when it comes to masculinity. What if you have fear and anxieties? That is more than likely not the correct method for you to express your masculinity. And it's very common. I'm reading masculinity right now for my master's degree. And it's quite common. I don't know if it's common for girls, but it's quite common for guys to, in some areas of your life, get into this kind of twisted, this inkle where you're so afraid of not being manly enough that you become too associated with your selected or pre-selected sex and gender, right? You become too harsh on yourself, too hard, and it only will scare women. Women are generally already scared of men because we're strong and not so fertile, right? I don't know if that's the correct term, but so you need to, ease a bit, right? Calm down, like I talked about, with your authentic self. breathe and don't be scared of women, and try and release those fears that is causing anxiety around your masculinity, because it's not masculine to be so occupied with presenting yourself in too hard of a way, right? It becomes too emotional. Be confident instead. Alright, pile number 1, thank you. Alright, pile number 2. Welcome to your love reading here. Here is your signifying crystal, and here is your card, life coach. And we're gonna draw some cards for you to see what your love reading is. #blessed. Squad goals. Independent woman. The festival goer. Bitcoin investment. Soul cyclist. Who run the world. Patriarchy. Swipe right. The Tinder. I'm thinking first and foremost, if you're all ready to real in a relationship with a girl, then she feels overlooked in her feminine sense of self. You know, many women are feminists, and they believe in patriarchy here, right? And I've studied this myself at the university, not to brag, but they believe in and fight for the rights of women, which is their own sex, right? And it comes from the idea that men are systematically suppressing women and not giving them the same rights as they do themselves, right? Women have to be in the kitchen while the men get to work. Women have to be dependent on the man while the man only depends on himself. That kind of stuff has caused this movement, right? And so if you are in a relationship with a girl, she's a little sad because you are very masculine oriented and you focus on your masculine needs. And you look down on activism. And therefore she feels overlooked because she is a woman who relates to feminist ideals and wants you to acknowledge her needs, right, and her beliefs here of justice. Alright? Let's look here. Blessed squad goals. I think gratitude, right? We have to real here as well. I think in order for you to get into alignment with your love, you need to feel the great things you have around you. It can be friends, places, the night sky can be enough, right? If you have wealth, money, savings, a nice bike, good food. For you to find your love, you need to find gratitude in the things you already have around you. And it's going to also help with you understanding your girl's need for you to see her side of the story. Maybe in your relationship, but also in the grander scheme of things, why she stands for what she does. Maybe she's even scared to tell you, right? Because you are too strong on the masculine anti-activism. She doesn't want to tell you that she relates to the feminist ideals and movements. We also have as well who run the world relating to the same thing. She feels as if it's already there, right? Like women already are liberated, but you are ignoring it. That they already do work, that they already are leaders, and you are ignoring it. And she's sad about it because she feels as if she then is locked in an alternative reality where she still has to work and fight you for what women already have accomplished and she already has without you. Even so, I see swipe right the Tinderist and the festival goer, which means she wants to stay with you, and but she needs you to hear her and accept her. But she wants to stay with you. She has love for you. If you are single, all of this still relates to you, but it relates to your love interest. More than likely, from a man to a woman. If you are a woman yourself, this is the man you're dealing with. If you're a man and you're single, this is the woman you want. And what you need to do to acquire. And I'm gonna pull some cosmic cards for you as well. Someone else, someone in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. They'll be back. I expect to hear from them soon. Intimacy in reverse. Cycles. Vacation. Commitment. Pets. Alright, so someone is trying to sabotage this. If someone around you is also on this hyper-masculine vibe, dissing down activism, they are not here to help you in this relationship. They are here to sabotage. They know what women are like and what they actually need, or have experience with it to some degree, and they know that this is not good for your relationship. They'll be back. Someone is coming into your life. Maybe this is your ex, right? She's returning to you. She wants you. This is how you can reforge the relationship. For some of you, this is someone else, a third party, who's coming back into your life to help with love. I see a love, you know, a heart on the letter. Someone is coming back to help. Friend, maybe. Someone who has the means to help you. Intimacy in reverse. You have to remember to keep your partner, your girlfriend, she needs intimacy, right? She needs to know you're there. It's not enough to have it on paper that you are together. She needs you to pet her, be cozy with her, right? Intimacy is important for the relationship. And with reverse, it's either not enough of it, or when it is, it's not cozy enough for her. Cycles, something ending, something beginning. It's a message for you not to worry, even though this is so. Everything goes in cycles, and this cycle will soon be over. Fate and karma and things will change, right? Leading to vacation and commitment, which is what she needs from you, right? Take her on a vacation, show you're committed. You're not gonna leave her. You're gonna work on this with her. And you know, that is your love reading. And to end, I'm gonna pull some of these Knave of Pentacles, Temperance, the Magician, Justice, King of Wands, Eight of Swords, Ten of Wands. And what I see here is, I think it seems what she wants. Like we talked about how she feels. What she wants is to feel like the most beautiful person in the world. I'm hearing Only Girl in the World, right, by Rihanna. She wants you to cherish her, love her, and have your focus and attention on her like she was the most beautiful diamond in the world that you protected, right? That's how she wants to be treated. In spite of her activist, feminist ideals. Alright, pile number 2. Thank you. Okay, pile number 3. This is your signifying crystal, and this is your con, literally obsessed. Gonna get a love reading for you. Baddie, the ghoster. Ally. Fam. Mother's intuition. The tech visionary. Gaslighting. To be honest, I don't know. Social justice warrior. Couples costume. Binge watching in reverse. Lockdown in reverse. Literally obsessed, part number 3. This is your love reading. It fits perfectly with our theme. And first and foremost, I think your love interest, loves bad boys. Or the energy. If you are a female, then a bad girl. But in the same way, connotations of a bad boy. Like the archetype is a bad boy. Someone who breaks windows and steals and doesn't care about the rules and drives fast cars and all that kind of stuff. Your love interest really likes that. That is what will attract them to you. And ally, fam, tech visionary, gaslighting. I think your love interest here is someone who needs allies, friends. The way to get to her or him is through friendship, support. You want to be the bad boy, but you also want to be someone who is there to support and not tear down, right? Someone who comes with good intentions, good vibes. Your love interest there is not someone you want to entrap, which is why you also have binge watching and lockdown in reverse, because your love interest is not someone who sits and watches a lot of TV, okay? They don't sit in their chair and binge watch seasons of TV. They do things, and with lockdown in reverse as well, they don't want to be tied down to anything, right? And so, in order to capture your love interest, you need to be the baddie, but you also need to be the ally, the friend, family of sorts, right? Mother's intuition, the tech visionary, gaslighting. Here, I see innovation, bright ideas, a bright future. Your love interest is very innovative and creative, but is struggling with gaslighting. And gaslighting is a form of manipulation where you make someone doubt their own perceptions in order for them to trust yours, right? As maybe you know a thing or two about something. Someone else doesn't believe it, they make you doubt what you already know in order to accept what they think they know, right? It can also be, it can be someone's perception of these readings, right? And I believe here I'm channeling a message for you from Spirit to tarot cards. I feel the energies. And someone watching might not see it the same way. They might have these ideas of, I don't know, like negative ideas of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And so they can, if they know how, gaslight me into thinking the same way about what I am doing, making me doubt my own perception, beliefs, and thoughts in order for me to trust their perception of what I'm doing instead, right? And so your interest here is struggling with gaslighting. But if someone very creative and innovative who works really hard and creates stuff, make things, is not scared of new technology, new ideas, who has a lot of love for what they're doing, but they're struggling with gaslighting. Since they're struggling with gaslighting, this is what they need from you. To attract them, you need to be the baddie. And to get in with them, you need to be family, ally, support, friendship. Right? We also have, to be honest, I don't know, couples costume and the social justice warrior here. And it means there's some sort of flow here, a universal flow, a decision maybe, and there seems to be some deception. Hi, sorry, just a friend walking by. In the clouds, a deception in the clouds, which means, you know, we have divine entities, gods, someone in a higher sense can also be, if you are very open-minded, extraterrestrial beings with greater divine power than us. Someone in the higher sense is being deceptive. And so in the universal energies here, something is building but it is an attempt to create a warrior. It is an attempt to create a warrior. Someone, a higher being, is deceptively crafting something for your love interest in order to try and craft a warrior out of this person. And so if you're noticing a lot of strange occurrences around the person and the person is confused and struggling with gaslighting, this is higher, and I think it's not good intent, right? Someone higher up, it can also be more earthly, but I think it's very divine, but it's not good. If you read all their mythology, even also Christian, the Bible, God isn't always very nice, right? So nobody's perfect, not even gods. And here we have a deceptive divine creature who's trying to craft a warrior out of your love interest. A warrior for what? I don't know. But that is why there might be a lot of strange occurrences around. this person that you don't understand and don't know how to deal with. Right? I'm gonna pull some cosmic cards. Yes, luck is on your side. Mercury retrograde. Manifest. Cycles. Vacation. Yes, luck is on your side. You can do this. Especially the body vibe, you know how to do it, you can do it, just put your intention in. Mercury retrograde. Think of all the things in life that can go wrong. Your phone goes out of battery, your computer shuts down, your payment isn't due till next week, your food is running out, the bus is late, all that kind of stuff really manifests during Mercury retrograde, and that's why I think the card comes up, right? Think of all those things. This is why your love interests need a friend, family, ally, and not someone who is there to control them, manipulate them, or lock them down, because they're struggling with this sort of thing every day, working hard to manifest a better life for themselves. And so they don't need more hardship, right? Tell the universe exactly what you want. This person is dealing with this divine creature, right? And even so, tell the universe what you want. And with cycles here and vacation, you will be traveling soon. You should be able to, as the cycle you're in and this person is in come to an end, take your briefcase to them and go on that trip. Yeah? I'm just gonna double check we're still recording before I pull your last cards. And we are. Great. And this is your sexual magic cards. The Emperor, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Chariot, King of Wands, Knave of Pentacles, Justice, 8 of Swords, Magician, Temperance. Here we have the perfect love story, but it's, you know, I want to say remastered, right? Take a love story from the 50s, find a movie, you can even actually do it, find a love film from the 1950s, watch it. Now, here we are in 2025, and imagine that a set of directors, producers, actors are getting together to create a remake, a reimagination of the same story. But in this story, we are dealing with friendship instead of a romantic relationship, which is to prepare you for the more than likely fact that your love interest doesn't need your love, but your friendship, like we already talked about. And so, you know, take my advice and do that. Watch such a film and imagine it. Imagine the same story, the same plot points, but the relationship between these two characters becomes friendship, not romantic. Alright, file number 3. Thank you. Alright, that was today's tarot reading. First time we did it in the living room. And first time we did it like this. If you like it, leave a like, leave a comment. I'll try different things, but if this really works out, then we'll do more of this. Tell me if you have any specific readings you want me to do. I already have a long list of readings I want to do, especially when I think I have 6 new decks coming for more specialized readings. And I'll hope you subscribe so you can watch them and they come out. Alright, thank you very much.